shooting. We're going to take a few minutes and talk about effective shooting strategies for video. It's always important to remember to keep first things first. Begin shooting your video with an end in mind. Understand that when you're shooting your video, it will be edited. You can't expect to complete a perfect project from the moment you turn your camera on to the moment you turn your camera off. So expect that editing will take place. Also expect to shoot items out of order and shoot items that bring emotion to the video so you'll have a interesting, engaging video. Let's discuss Robin's rules of shooting for a moment. As we just mentioned, this video, any video, will be shot to edit, and something to keep in mind is while you're shooting you want to be very conscious to shoot bits of material that are going to piece together very nicely to give an integrated feel to your video. You also want to stay away from constantly following a script. Feel free to improv that brings in excitement and engagement into your video. There are times when you need to concentrate on static shots. Just be still. Remember to be still. And also, don't forget to create very real moments. Avoid subject speaking directly into the camera because that pulls away from the very real moments that you're looking to shoot. So what is shooting about? Let's mention 5 things regarding exactly what it is we're hoping to achieve when we're shooting a video. Keep in mind that you're learning to see things differently. You're learning to look for things that you can piece together to make a nice, seamless video. You're also having to learn to think in a non-linear way because you are shooting items out of order so that you can edit and piece them together later. It's about rethinking body positioning. You may not be in the most natural of positions when you're trying to shoot videos. It's also about patience and timing. Most importantly, patience and timing. You have to wait for that perfect shot, and you have to be prepared when that perfect shot comes to you. When shooting a video, you have to know what it is you're shooting for. You have to look for beginning shots, middle shots, and end shots. And within those shots, you're going to want close-up shots, medium shots, and wide-angle shots. What are beginning shots? Beginning shots may be one long shot or a short sequence of shots. It could be a gentle lead-in to the story being told, a build-up of emotion, or it could be a clock changing time or an alarm going off or just something that will grab attention. That's what a beginning shot is about. Middle shots are also very important shots. They're usually the entire purpose for shooting the video. They're the main events of the story being told and scenes that are the most obvious to shoot. During middle shots, you want to be sure that you're taking multiple types of shots. You want close-up shots, wide-angle shots, things of that nature. Be sure that you get the various types of shots in there. Now that we've mentioned types of camera shots, let's discuss what those are. The 3 types of camera shots are close-up shots, medium shots, and wide shots. A close-up shot is one in which the subject fills the entire screen. This is done to create emotion, to give you an intense feeling, to pull you into the story. A close-up shot is also full of details. 90% of the shots that you shoot are going to be medium shots. They're the main body of the project. They allow the subject to move in the frame without exiting, and something else that's really great about medium shots is that they can provide good expression and good detail. Wide shots are intended to relax the audience. If you're not careful, you can forget wide shots because they are not intense. They're not generally full of emotion, but they do contain a lot of information. The purpose of a wide shot is to ensure that the audience understands the shot context. Now that we've talked about types of shots, let's talk about coverage. Things to consider in coverage are your establishing shots, cutaways, shot reverse shots, over the shoulder shots, point of view shots, and top down shots. The establishing shot, the purpose of the establishing shot is to make the audience understand where we are in the movie. They're usually associated with the beginning of a video, and sometimes an establishing shot will contain a clock on the wall, maybe a newscast, something that allows you to understand time and place. Cutaways, which are sometimes called inserts, are essentially little snapshots that provide texture or subtle detail to the video. Sometimes they're images with no reference to real time, and there are times that they're completely unlinked to what's going on. They're another method of bringing emotion or a sense of intensity or urgency to your video. Unlike the cutaways, the shot reverse shot are multiple shots that do have a relationship to each other. They allow you to see a subject or an object from different angles, from different aspects. Don't overuse this shot, however, because not every shot requires a reverse shot. Similar to the shot reverse shot is the over the shoulder shot. This shooting method is intended to establish relationship between people also. Sometimes it's even used in conjunction with the shot reverse shot. You see a lot of over the shoulder shots in sitcoms, television shows, things of that nature. Also similar to the shot reverse shot is the point of view shot. This allows you to begin shooting a subject doing something, looking somewhere, and then later it allows the audience to see from the subject's perspective where they were looking, what was going on around them, provides more detail about the subject and their current situation. Another type of coverage is the top-down shot, which is obviously a shot that points down at the subject. It can give you many options when editing. It also allows for nice detail and is great for cutaways as well. Some additional shooting tips are to keep your shots between 4 and 10 seconds long, not too little, not too much. You also want to keep in mind frame and design. There's only so much that software programs can adjust for you. If you do not have your subject or your shooting material focused, that's something that's very difficult, if not impossible, to fix later. Also remember centering and balance. Keep in mind that everything in life is not always centered. A good rule is the rule of thirds, in which the subject is set more to a third of the frame rather than directly centered. Also remember, sometimes it's okay just to be still. Ensure that you have appropriate lighting, and ensure that your sound is of good quality also. Thanks for joining me for this video editing tutorial.